Hey YouTube, we actually have a second week of Summer Cup, so I will go over top teams in a bit here, but what I actually want to do is talk about the lessons learned in terms of the Pokemon that are actually going to be used because as you see, number 2 is Vigoroth and doubles at 7. And whenever you get a limited meta with normal typing, Vigoroth and double automatically rise to the top, especially when that limited meta does not have any fighting as a typing, right? Because then Vigoroth and double and normal typing's only weakness is fighting. If fighters are not one of the main meta, they can only the main typings. They have to get them through secondary typings. So that kind of changed. I mean, it didn't change anything, but you really have 3 avenues in this. You go 4 avenues. I'm going to call it. You go Vigoroth team. You go anti Vigoroth team. So you go anti meta team. So counter that sort of secondary team. Or you play it safe with safe Pokemon. So how do you play all those teams? Vigoroth, you can play Vigoroth with a couple ways. You can use it as a safe swap. Just put 2 Pokemon that pair well with each other. So for example, you can use something like Chargebug there, weak to rock, weak to fire. So then you have Vigoroth, and then you have something in the back like Quagsire, right? Balanced team with Vigoroth. Or you can use, I'm actually one team that you will see coming up from me. No, I'll talk about that in the safe team because it's more of a safe team. So that's how you basically use Vigoroth. Vigoroth is just super safe, so you can kind of pair it with any balanced team, or you can run it like ABB style team if you want double normal. It's just a generally safe Pokemon. I'm seeing less Vigoroths. I'm seeing more Chargebugs than I am Vigoroths, and that is because the second option is you go anti-meta, and you go anti-meta by trying to go after Vigoroth. So you see Toxapex at number 1 as a poison. That is a great answer to Vigoroth. So is Chargebug as a bug. Yes, you'll take Super Effective from Rock Slide, but it's a very, very good matchup for Chargebug resisting with the bug. So the majority of Pokemon I saw, in fact, I had one team that I showcased that had Jellicent on it, that in 10 matchups I had 9 electric Pokemon that I went against, 7 Chargebug, a Lantern, and a Galvantula, right? Because Chargebugs are just everywhere because it's one of the best answers to Vigoroth. So the second way is to go anti Vigoroth, which is Chargebug, Toxapex. Let's see what else is on this list that's good as an anti, flyers like Tropius, stuff like that. Or you can go I haven't seen a ton of them, but you can go Poliwrath or other counter users. The third, which you're going to see coming up next week from me, is you counter the counter. And like I said, I wasn't seeing as many Vigoroth. I was seeing a million Chargebugs. So I needed to wall it with something. So I went Diggersby here at 23. I ran mine with Fire Punch instead of Hyper Beam because Fire Punch gives you coverage for it gives you more coverage for Chargebug by having the super effective Fire Punch. So I have a Diggersby team coming. If you're going to use Diggersby with Scorching Sands Fire Punch, you need an answer for flyers, especially a flying water Pokemon. So that's and you're weak to fighting. So answer to a flying water Pokemon, and not something that also takes super effective for fighting. The thing with Diggersby is that it's tanky enough that even if you go against a Vigoroth, you can live counters and body slams to the next one, so you can get off the Scorching Sand. So it's a bad matchup, but it's not the worst matchup. So that's a third. The fourth is to just go safe. So some people use Vigoroth, some people use Chargebug, some people try to counter Chargebug with Diggersby. Then the fourth option is to go safe. And for me, even in bad matchups, I find the following Pokemon safe. Let me actually see if there's organized by switches here. I like 4 of these switches. I was gonna say hopefully the switches give you, because switches usually show who are safe. So yes, Vigoroth is safe, Chargebug is safe, Double safe, Greedent is safe. I got a Greedent coming on one of my teams coming up here. All safe team. Credillia, I would argue, yes, you're weak to fighting, but it has seemed very safe since you have super coverage all around. And then I would even put in Toxapex. Toxapex, yes, you can get walled by ground, but those matchups are way closer than they should be. So Toxapex is safe. The Mud Boys, Quagsire, Whiscash are generally safe. There are some grass, but not a ton of grass. So they're generally safe. So those are your sort of 4 options. So lessons learned is, depends what you're seeing. I have found my most success has been with a team that you're going to see probably more towards like mid of next week. And it is a triple normal team. Because normals, again, when fighting is not one of the main meta, and you're normal typing, you can just, there's not a lot of weaknesses out there for you. So just being triple normal is generally safe. Because yes, even like Toxapex and Chargebug are tough for Vigoroth with counter. The amount of body slams that you get off is quite a lot. So it's still generally safe Pokemon. So now we're leading into a bunch of teams here. Let's just make sure that's the first one. So the first one I played, I used ABB style. So Mantine, double Togedemaru, basically safe swapped double to try and draw out a counter user, whether it be Vigoroth or try and draw out like Poliwrath or something like that. And then I punish it with Mantine, and then my Togedemaru ran free. So like an ABB style team. You can also potentially draw out, like with double, you can draw out like Quagsire or something like that, because if you lead Mantine and they don't want like the Quagsire to see it, they'll probably swap in there. So that's a good way to try and draw out one of your Mud Boys as well. And same with the fire, right? It's basically trying double safe enough, but you can draw out like Skeletor, just half Ghost, which is resist double kick. So you can like draw those out with the double punish with the Mantine, and then have your Togedemaru roam free. This is my first anti-Vigoroth team. Girafarig, Trevenant, and Jellicent. So 2 ghosts and then a psychic normal typing. And it was pretty good at dealing with Vigoroth, but pretty bad at dealing with Chargebug, because you take super effective from the exit because they're on the draft. You take neutral on Trevenant, you take super effective with the discharge on Jellicent, right? So again, it was great for the Vigoroth, but bad for the Chargebugs, which I was seeing everywhere. So this was this was mine as well. I can just tell by the moves. I got some viewers on here too. So this was my ABB style team. So because I was seeing so many Chargebugs, I decided to have double Mud Boys, because the Mud Boys are the best answer for Chargebug, and there's not a ton of grass in this meta. So what I did was I used Pidgeot lead, started with Gust because it's the only one I had that I'm like, nope, Wing Attack's better. So I built up a Wing Attack one, lead that, Feather Dance, Brave Bird, and Bail. You see a Chargebug, you go Whiscash. Whiscash has Brave Bird. Sorry, Whiscash has Blizzard. If you've been hit with a Blizzard by a Whiscash, that has been my fault, because this is what I put out, was a team to trap grass and hit them with Blizzard and take them out. And if you watch this matchup, I did flip a couple matchups because they were not expecting the Blizzard, and then it one shot and I flipped switch there. This was a viewer submitted battle. Tropius, I would say Quagsire and Tropius are 2 of just the safer Pokemon. And then the third they used was Turtonator. Turtonator is an interesting one. So why would you use Turtonator over another fire Pokemon? And I think potentially the reason they used it was because Dragon also resists water, so you actually neutralize the water weakness on this. You're still weak to rock and you're still weak to ground, but neutralize that water weakness perhaps is their main reason. Plus, again, Dragon also resists electric, so being able to resist the volt switches on Chargebug out there was great. And then again, Quagsire is weak to grass, so the Turtonator deal with that, and Tropius can also deal with that. So it is like a fire, water, grass team. But again, it's not as ABC, because the Turtonator resists is neutral to water because it has that half dragon typing. This is not my team, but this is a team I very easily use too. Shadow Quagsire, Vigoroth, maybe it is no, it's not my team. Shadow Quagsire, Vigoroth, and Toxapex. It's exactly what you expect it to be. It's a very balanced team. Quagsire weak to grass. Toxapex as a poison will deal with the grass. Toxapex weak to electric. Quagsire will deal with the electric, and it's a Vigoroth safe swap. This is just a very easy balanced team to use there. Another subscriber used a double counter team, Poliwrath and Vigoroth. The problem with this team is that it's tough with flyers, specifically some like Mantine, which will just kind of resist all your Icy Wind, and this one is running Dynamic Punch with Scald too. So it's a little trickier running double counter users. Not impossible. Like my first team, like I said, my first team was double and Vigoroth, which is counter and double kick users. But again, that does not give you the weakness to the flying. Again, you're only weak to flying technically here once with Poliwrath as a fighter, but it is a little tricky to get out of. And the last one I just posted, or no, this one's coming up on the weekend, and it's very similar to the Toxapex lineup, right? So again, the options, there are some options, but it's very limited, but it's the exact same. This is a subscriber posted this is going up tomorrow, so this is the first video you'll see tomorrow. Quagsire, Vigoroth, Pidgeot, and it's the exact same scenario with Quagsire weak to grass, Pidgeot will take care of the grass, Pidgeot weak to electric, Quagsire. Like these sort of balanced teams are, I think if you don't have a ton of Pokemon and you are struggling with, do I go meta, do I go anti-meta, do I go this? Like again, Vigoroth is meta, and so it's kind of Quagsire's, but a team like this is what you want to use. It's just very, very straightforward. Quagsire can stay in the lead with pretty much anything except for grass, get out into Vigoroth, Pidgeot in the back. So we have another week of this. We also have Master League that's on. Again, I don't know Master League much, but there is Dawn Winged Necrozma that is out now. So I just did a video on that just to look at that specific Pokemon for the Master League and how it compares to the other Pokemon. So if you want to check out that analysis, check back this afternoon. Otherwise, it'll probably be a lot of Summer Cup teams. Again, you guys have submitted a lot last week, so I can go through that list. And if you have more, send them my way. If you have Master League, if you want me I was going to say showcase, but someone says this is a roast channel now. So if you want me to roast you, no. If you want me to teach, send me some Master League battles or Summer Cup battles. Again, I will not be able to even go through all of them. I'm pretty sure I still have like 20 Summer Cup teams from all the submissions to go through. But yeah, sometimes links don't work. Sometimes they're copycat teams that I don't really want to showcase the same team twice. So definitely send me some videos if you want me to review your battles, and I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.